Shoot him my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. I need it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No touch it! No touch it!
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
King, Phil King, Phil King. No touch.
Hurts. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Lucas Van Ness able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Flush to his right. And that nearly an interception here on his opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Great, set. You on left.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're going deep for Hill. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Kenny Clark, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
63, 63, 63.
They'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Throwing is Hurts. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Flushed out right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Zone coverage. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts, and he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 29 yards. And the Eagles will strike first here, this wild card matchup. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass. You don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield, but he's playing run all the way here.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught by Shipley. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Eagles. Will Shipley from 8 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner, and now not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Webb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Packers! Josh Jacobs from 13 yards out. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Hey, 73, 73.
Now back to throw. That's caught inside the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up and making sure.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. The kick by Elliott is good, and that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gutton, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 5. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this returnable for Hill. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has...
There he goes, left side. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping... It's caught at the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 70 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side. And he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. right there. 33 yards. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Hurts will throw. And that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll look to throw here. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this throw will be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? He'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. But, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders, and I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Being chased out left. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. Hurts. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, first and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Back to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, it's certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 51 yards. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for two.
The Packers will set up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. steps away to his left. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
22.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Xavier McKinney able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
63.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Great, set.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They work now on 2nd and 9.
No touch that. King, Bill King. No touch.
They'll look to throw. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
Alpha.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Watson making the catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He may go. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll buy some time right. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gotw. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some